sticky, extremely hydrating. You can do a sheer, gorgeous wash of color like this. None of that stringy, sticky residue. Or the reason it's called Amp It is because you can amp this up and get even more pigment. This is easily one of the prettiest shades. Now you have even more color.
This whole drama with Michaela and her lip kits just keeps getting wilder. It's blown up so much that people are now calling it Glossgate. Michaela's been trying to do some quiet damage control behind the scenes, but honestly, it's not hitting the mark. Her fans are furious, and her brand's reputation is starting to crumble fast. Things have spiraled into a total mess. When
Grandma or my mom, and I know you watch my videos, if you could just scroll on this one, that would be great. I have never been out. I know, when I first told my friends this, their jaws dropped.
When Michaela first announced she was diving into color cosmetics, everyone was hyped and ready to throw support her way. But ever since she launched POV with Skin Prep, some fans started side-eyeing her moves. They've always seen her as that full glam queen. Lashes, contour, sparkle. So a skincare drop felt like a letdown. Fans wanted makeup magic, not another basic skincare line. Michaela dropped the bomb that her very first makeup release would be a lip kit line called Amp Kits. Each one came with a tinted version of her amped lip treatment and a matching lip liner to go with it. She hyped them up like crazy, promising that the glosses were super pigmented, never sticky, and could be worn lightly or layered for a bold shine. Michaela even swore that none of that gross, stringy mess you get with—
Okay, so basically I'm taking the curved side and I'm going root to tip and I'm satin to coat the lashes. And then once you've done that, you flip the brush to the side and you use the hook.
Cheap glosses would happen here. She made it sound flawless, and she didn't stop there. She claimed the liners were totally smudge-proof, showing off how they didn't move even when she scrubbed her arm with water and a makeup wipe. Not a single smear anywhere. That's a bold claim, and fans were buying the hype hard. When launch day hit, those amp kits vanished almost instantly, sold out before most people even had a chance to click Add to Cart. Sadly, once customers and influencers started getting their amp kits in hand, it didn't take long for people to realize Michaela hadn't exactly been straight about how her glosses actually performed. As PR reviews started rolling in, it became super clear. The results these creators were getting looked nothing like Michaela's flawless promo videos. If you applied enough product to get that thick, juicy shine she showed off, it turned into a sticky, glue-like mess. But if you went light with it, the gloss looked patchy and uneven, definitely not the dreamy finish she promised, and it's only gone downhill from there. More reviews have dropped in the last few days, and things are looking even messier. One creator did a full deep dive on the lip kits and immediately called out the super weird POV theme Michaela used to promote them. Fans couldn't help but question what she was even going for. I was honestly so confused when I saw them post that promo on Instagram. It looked rough, like painfully rough. They claimed it was supposed to be this unedited, untouched, real lip liner moment, but instead it just looked unfinished and messy. Nothing about it screamed luxury or quality, and people noticed right away. The creator who reviewed it grabbed a few of the lip kits herself, and her results were exactly what everyone else had been saying. The gloss went on patchy, thick in some spots and thin in others, clumping up right in the middle and corners of the lips. Not cute at all. On top of that, it felt super sticky, like your lips would glue shut if you even tried to talk. The next review I came across was from another beauty influencer, and honestly, she kept it real and fair. She's actually a huge Michaela supporter, someone who's backed almost every—
All right, I'm gonna ask someone very special what their favorite rare beauty product is. Hey girl.
Hello, oh my gosh.
What's your favorite rare beauty product?
It's 100% the Always an Optimist 4-in-1 Set and Mist.
Yeah!
Every collab Michaela's done, so you know she wasn't just out to drag the product. She genuinely wanted to like it. But no matter how many times she tested those lip kits, applying more, applying less, mixing techniques, she kept ending up with the same disappointing results everyone else did. At this point, it's hard to ignore what's happening. Review after review is coming out, and it's looking brutal for Michaela's paying customers who were expecting something amazing. The The gloss isn't living up to the hype, the liners aren't doing what was promised, and frustration is spreading fast. And don't even get started on the people who still haven't gotten their orders yet. That's a whole other problem we'll get into soon. At this point, it's like, come on, Michaela has to say something, right? How can a brand owner and CEO just sit back while wave after wave of bad reviews pour in, completely exposing everything she claimed in her launch video? The silence is getting loud, and people are starting to question her professionalism big time. If she keeps pretending nothing's wrong, it's only going to make things worse. This isn't just influencer drama anymore. She's running a real company now, and when a business makes promises to its customers and doesn't deliver, there has to be accountability. Otherwise, that loyal fan base she built will start walking away fast. What makes it even more shocking is that Michaela knows better. She's literally spoken before about what it takes to run a trustworthy brand. Just last year, she sat on a panel talking about how vital trust is in this industry, especially for influencers turned entrepreneurs. So seeing her go quiet now, it's really not a good look. Her fans really believed in her. They trusted that Michaela was being honest about how her products performed. People bought those lip kits thinking they were getting exactly what she promised. Smooth, glossy perfection. But then something wild happened. The original promo video mysteriously disappeared. Yep, Michaela went and deleted the very video where she said, "You can put a little, you can put a lot," and explained that's why the product was even called Amp It. That's a huge red flag. Deleting that video basically confirms what people were already starting to suspect, that she made exaggerated claims to make the product sound better than it really was. She hyped it up, sold out instantly, and now that customers are calling her out, the evidence just vanishes. It's honestly shocking. But at the same time,
I'm going to see a massive shift in me, and I need you to understand why. But in the last 6 years, I feel that I have completely lost.
kind of not, considering how this whole Glossgate situation's been playing out. This is the same Michaela who once wore fake lashes during a mascara sponsorship and got caught. Then, instead of owning up and moving on, she turned that whole lie into a running joke that lasted for years. So honestly, none of this is that surprising anymore. And I've got to say, it's hard to feel bad for people who drop their cash on these lip kits only to end up with what some are calling peanut butter gloss. Thick, sticky, and totally unwearable. Michaela's actions just keep making things worse. She's now deleted yet another video, the second one, where you could clearly see how sticky those glosses really were. Now both videos? Gone. Wiped clean. And even though Michaela usually posts almost every single day, there's this weird empty space on her feed starting from November 5th. Every lip kit video just vanished like it never existed. Looks like she might need to start cleaning up her POV brand page too, because even the official POV Instagram posted something that's now coming back to bite her. The post literally said, "Step 1, use contour to shape your lips your way. Line precisely to define, overline for fullness, fill for bold color or feather the edges for a soft ombre. Whatever fits your point of view." Then it continued. Step 2, finish with Amp It to add hydration, shine, and customizable color coverage. Layer as much as you'd like to create your perfect finish, glossy, diffused, or high impact. So, wait a second, the brand literally told people to layer as much as you'd like, right? But now Michaela's trying to say that everyone applied too much and that's why it looks terrible? That doesn't make any sense. You can't tell customers to amp it up and promise it won't be sticky, then turn around and blame them for following your instructions. It's giving major contradiction energy and fans are not letting it slide. I honestly can't wait to see how Michaela tries to explain this one, because right now, it's looking like she's scrambling to cover her tracks after cashing in big time. The silence isn't doing her any favors either. Things have gotten so wild that even her own friends are catching heat just for trying to support her brand. One of her close friends, Addie, decided to review the lip kits to show some love, but it totally backfired. The products ended up looking terrible on camera, and the video blew up online for all the wrong reasons. It went viral not because people loved the glosses, but because of how rough they looked. Even though Addie admitted he wasn't really a fan of most of them, the internet turned on him fast, flooding his comments with hate and criticism. The backlash got so intense that he had to make a follow-up video to address everyone's reactions and explain his side, And honestly, this is where things start going downhill for him. So, Addy claimed he wasn't paid at all for his review, but that's just not true. It's wild how so many new beauty influencers still don't seem to get how this works. If you have any kind of financial incentive, or any perk at all, tied to a product, you have to disclose it. You can't just say, "Oh, I wasn't paid. The brand didn't pay me, Michaela didn't pay me," and expect people to buy that. That's twisting the truth, plain and simple. Here's the real deal. He had those lip kits linked directly in his TikTok shop, which means he was earning a commission every time someone clicked and bought through his link. So no, POV didn't hand him a check or send him a contract saying, "Review this for cash," but he was still profiting off the sales. That's still a form of payment, whether influencers want to admit it or not. And to make things even messier, those lip kits are already sold out. So who really ended up benefiting the most from all this controversy? Maybe Addy figured, well, they're sold out, so it's not like I'll make any money from linking them. But that's not how it works. Even if the product's unavailable right now, if someone watches his review, decides they want it, and later comes back to buy through his link once it's restocked, he still earns a cut. That's literally how affiliate marketing works. So yeah, it still counts as making money from promoting that product. It's wild how so many TikTok creators can't seem to wrap their heads around this super basic concept lately. And Addy didn't escape the call-outs either. One viewer even commented, "I love Addy," but the first video he posted using this POV lip combo literally said, "paid partnership." That's why people think he's being biased. Addy tried to explain himself, saying, "TikTok Shop shows up as paid partnership in some countries." But that didn't help his case much. The comment section was already on fire, and fans weren't buying the excuse this time. Addy tried to clarify again, saying, "It's not available. I tagged the product on TikTok Shop so people can find it." But come on, let's be real. You tagged it so people could find it and then buy it through your link, which means you'd still earn a commission later on. That's how the system works. Case closed. But instead of owning that, he kept defending his review, saying people were taking screenshots of his lips and short clips out of context. Honestly though, it's hard to believe that someone who reviews makeup for a living could look at how that gloss performed, all patchy and sticky, and still think, "Yeah, I'm totally linking this for my followers to buy." Like, really? You'd feel good knowing people spent their money based on that review? That's a tough sell. To be fair, at least Addy addressed the drama head-on, which is more than Michaela's done so far. But it still proves one big point. You can't always trust what these influencers are pushing. Behind the perfect lighting and filters, there's often a paycheck waiting. And speaking of Michaela dodging the spotlight, she did finally break her silence the other day, but in the most low-key, blink-and-you'll-miss-it way possible. So, someone actually posted a review defending Michaela's lip kits, saying she personally really liked them. In the video, the reviewer said, "People keep saying these are sticky, but I don't think they're sticky at all. What do you think?" And guess who popped up in the comments? Michaela herself. She replied, "You put the perfect amount. Most people are putting way too much." Now, of course, her defenders jumped on that instantly, saying things like, "See, everyone's just applying too much product. Michaela said so. That's why it looks bad." But hold on a second. Are we all just forgetting what Michaela herself said in her launch video? She clearly stated that you could apply a little bit for a sheer tint or a lot for a bolder look and it still wouldn't be sticky. So which is it, Michaela? Because you can't promise people your gloss won't get tacky no matter how much they use. Then turn around and blame your customers for following the exact directions you gave. Michaela literally said in her launch video that you could amp it up, meaning you could pile it on for a bolder, more pigmented look, and it still wouldn't have that gross, stringy texture. That's the whole reason she named it Amp It. So now, when she's saying that most people are putting way too much, it just doesn't add up. Seriously, let's compare the videos side by side. Michaela's original launch clip versus this girl's review. There's no way this reviewer used more product than Michaela did. In fact, it looks like she used less. Yet, somehow, Michaela's calling her application perfect while blaming everyone else for using too much? Yeah, that's not looking good. This feels like straight-up damage control at this point. The whole situation is giving major Jaclyn Hill vibes. Remember when she brushed off complaints by saying maybe people's lips were just too dry? It's that same energy. Michaela told everyone they could layer it on thick, promised it wouldn't turn sticky, and now that it clearly does, she's shifting the blame instead of owning it. She literally said that's why they named the product Amp It, because you could layer it on and still get a smooth, non-sticky finish. But now that the bad reviews are flooding in, suddenly it's, oh, never mind, you're all just applying it wrong. Come on. That's not how a real business owner handles things. A professional would say, you know what? I misspoke. It can get sticky if you apply too much, and just own up to it. That's what transparency looks like. If you watch Michaela's own demo closely, you can even see what she's doing. She puckers the inside of her lips in the video to make it seem like there's zero stickiness, but she's never actually showing her lips moving naturally. It's a clever trick, but it's definitely misleading. Honestly, this whole launch feels mishandled from the start. The lip treatment should have been released separately from the lip liners. The glosses were supposed to be easy and hydrating, while the liners were promoted as long-wearing, full-glam staples. But mixing the two in one drop just made the whole thing look confusing and sloppy. Pairing a sheer lip treatment with a heavy-duty lip liner in one kit just doesn't make sense. If you use only a light layer of the Amp It gloss, the liner ends up looking totally off, like two different products that don't belong together. But if you add enough gloss to make it look like a true lip kit combo, that's when it turns into a sticky, goopy mess. You can tell what Michaela was going for, that classic glossy lip moment, but the formulas just don't work well side by side. People all over the comments have been pointing out the same thing. The lip liners and lip treatments don't even look like they're from the same set. The color pairings are honestly so strange. The shades clash instead of blending smoothly. The gloss might be decent on its own, and the liners could have been a hit if launched separately, but together? It's awkward. Fans keep saying the liners should have been deeper or richer to balance out the light gloss shades, and honestly, they're totally right. One creator even commented, "Same! That was one of the first things I noticed." They pointed out how the products don't even look like they were meant to be part of a kit in the first place. Honestly, it feels like Michaela started working on two separate launches, and then last minute thought, you know what? Let's just bundle them together for the holidays. The whole thing gives off rushed, thrown-together energy. But the product itself isn't the only disaster Michaela's POV brand is facing right now. The shipping situation is a total nightmare too. Customers are furious, and honestly, they have every right to be. The lip kits officially dropped on November 4th, and the website clearly listed a shipping window. But that time frame came and went, and tons of customers are still waiting for their orders. Many of them say the only thing they've received so far is a tracking update showing that a label was created. No movement, no delivery, nothing. People are starting to feel scammed, and frustration is boiling over fast. There's still been zero response from POV in the comment sections, unless, of course, a big influencer with millions of followers complains. Then suddenly, the brand jumps in right away with the classic "we sent you a DM" response. One person even called them out, saying, "Oh, so you reply to her because she has 3 million followers, but what about the hundreds of smaller creators still waiting for answers?" And honestly, they're right. People have been posting about missing orders and shipping delays for weeks now, and not once has POV shown up in their comments offering help. But the second someone with major clout speaks up, boom, instant attention. It's hard not to notice the double standard, and it's making Michaela's brand look even worse. The situation got so out of hand that Michaela finally decided to address the chaos. But she did it in the most low-key, secretive way possible. Instead of posting publicly for everyone to see, she dropped her statement on her Instagram broadcast channel, which you actually have to join to read. It's such a strange choice, almost like she wanted to say something without really saying it publicly. Why not just post the apology on her story or make a public video so everyone who actually bought the product could see it? That's what doesn't make sense. Instead, she tucked it away in a broadcast channel that most of her customers probably don't even know exists. But anyway, here's what Michaela had to say in that hidden message. I want to take a moment to say I'm so sorry about the issues some of you have experienced shopping with POV during our recent holiday launch. You guys mean everything to me, and you're the reason this brand exists. Seeing your messages and comments has been absolutely heartbreaking. My team and I are committed to making it right. As a first-time founder, the truth is I underestimated what it would take to scale this fast. Tracking updates via our shipping partner have been delayed, but know your order is moving, and we're working nonstop to stay caught up and to learn from this for the future. It sounds nice on paper, but posting it where barely anyone can find it? That just feels like another PR move to calm things down quietly instead of facing the backlash head-on. She ended her hidden message by saying, "We've also been made aware of shops selling fraudulent POV products. Please make sure you're only shopping through our official website and verified TikTok. Thank you for your trust. I'm here and I'm listening so I can take all your feedback and make POV better with every launch. Love you." But when it comes to actually addressing things herself on her main platform as a brand owner, total silence. Michaela's TikTok is now filled with personal videos about her and her fiancé, Bob. Not a single word about the customers who spent their hard-earned money and are still waiting for their orders or real answers. It honestly feels like she's trying to pretend none of this ever happened. And let's be real, she'll probably never address the bad reviews or the sticky gloss drama publicly because she knows it'll only bring more attention to it. But staying quiet while customers are this upset? That's just not how a real founder handles things. This situation could have been a lesson in accountability, but instead it's become a full-on mess. Anyway, I want to know what you think about all this. Do you believe Michaela can bounce back from Glossgate, or is the trust gone for good? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and I'll catch you in the next one.